Hey everyone, my name is Anthony Cofrancesco from brainyflights.com, and today I'm going to be talking about the Ritz Carlton Visa Infinite credit card. Now, this was actually one of the first credit card reviews that I ever did. It's a card that is very near and dear to my heart, one of my favorite cards on the market for a couple of different reasons. So, as you may or may not know, Ritz Carlton is actually part of Marriott and SPG all under one roof now, right? So it's a pretty big hotel group, and there's a very big value proposition for the Ritz Carlton card. Now, before we start off, I will mention that it has a very high annual fee, currently $450, but there are some very big benefits that kind of reduce that annual fee. Now, I get a lot of questions saying, should I apply for the Ritz Carlton or should I go with the Chase Sapphire Reserve? And as much as I love the Ritz Carlton, the quick disclaimer I'll get into before we start is that if you have to make a decision between one or the other, unless you are a die-hard Marriott loyal or you really love SPG or Ritz Carlton hotels, I'd probably say pass on the Ritz Carlton and go with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And the reason for that is that you're going to be earning on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you're going to be earning transferable points that you can use in a lot of different ways, whereas on the Ritz Carlton, you're only going to be earning points that you can spend on either Marriott, Ritz Carlton, or SPG hotel stays. Now, getting into the actual card itself, it's a pretty solid card. The $450 annual fee, it's kind of offset by the fact that you get a $300 annual travel credit, right? So you can apply that to different things like airline incidentals. You have access to the entire range of Visa Infinite benefits. So those are things like when your flights are delayed or canceled, you can get up to $500 to pay for your incidentals like hotel stays, pay for your food, pay for your lodging, pay for ground transportation, things like that. Right? You also get primary rental car insurance. It's a really big benefit, right? So if you're renting a car and you've booked it on your Ritz Carlton, if you go and crash the car, you can have damages repaired and paid for completely. So that is a huge value there. Things like health insurance while you're traveling, or if you get injured or hurt on a trip, you can have your medical expenses covered in a wide range of scenarios. So the Visa Infinite travel perks are quite good. The other reason that I really like the card is for the $100 flight discount. And so essentially how this works is if you're booking a flight for 2 or more people, you can actually take advantage of having a $100 discount on those flights. Now, in the early days, when this first was rolled out, you could find some very good deals by booking flights like JetBlue. When they would have a flash sale, you could actually use that $100 discount and pay next to nothing. Right? I did this with about a year ago. I took a flight from Jacksonville up to DC, and the price of the tickets were, I think, $30 each way. So it ended up being, I think the total price of the ticket was $115 for 2 round-trip tickets. We applied the $100 discount and paid $15 for 2 round-trip tickets from Jacksonville to DC, right? That's pretty amazing of a deal. They've started to cut back a little bit on that, but if you're someone you're always traveling with your significant other, maybe you're traveling with your kids, that is unlimited. You can use that an unlimited number of times, and the Ritz Carlton card is the only card that's going to let you do that. So that is a very valuable perk that shouldn't be understated. Additionally, one perk that I really like, and this is geared towards either Marriott, SPG, or Ritz Carlton loyals, is you get gold status, right? Gold status at Marriott can actually be quite valuable. It's very easy to get upgraded into suites, which can really add on a ton of value there for you. So with your first year, you get complimentary gold status, and then you can actually continue to keep that gold status as long as you're spending $10,000 per year on the credit card. Now, platinum status is really where the magic happens, and you can earn that completely for free with no nights having been spent if you can spend $75,000 or more on the card in a calendar year. Now, obviously that's not going to be for everyone, but if you can actually meet that spending threshold, I'd say that's a very valuable perk that you would want to have access to. Now, the sign-up bonus from the card itself it's pretty good. So back when I got the card, it was 140,000 points, which is absolutely nuts. Now they've changed it to give you 2 free nights at any Ritz Carlton property that are tier 1 through tier 4. Right, so it's not the absolute top end Ritz Carlton, but if you ever stayed at a Ritz Carlton, you know they're all pretty amazing. They have a really high level of service, some great design aesthetics, really a lot of attention to detail in the hotels. So there's a lot of really nice places that you can stay, category 1 through 4, and I'd say they would range anywhere from $200 to about $450 a night. So the sign-up bonus can be quite lucrative for those 2 free nights. The additional benefit, and this is really only if you're someone who likes to stay in Ritz Carlton hotels and you're staying in them frequently, is that on paid stays, so not on point redemption stays, but on paid stays of 2 nights or more, they actually give you a $100 credit that can be applied to things like eating at the restaurant, which at Ritz Carlton's tend to be amazing. You can apply it to spa treatments, pretty much anything that the hotel offers on paid stays of 2 nights or more, you're going to get a $100 credit that you can use. Additionally, every time that you stay in a Ritz Carlton hotel, if you book a base room, you'll be able to be upgraded into a club level room. That's usually going to include things like being able to access the club lounge, which is really nice. Every day they'll have hors d'oeuvres, sometimes cocktails in the evening, desserts. So it's a really fun place to hang out. You can meet some of the other people at the hotel, usually meet the hotel staff. But like I said, this card is going to be mainly geared towards people who are staying a lot of nights at Ritz Carlton, Marriott, or SPG, and the real key drivers for value are going to be getting automatic gold status with the ability to get platinum status, and then also the discounts that you can get on Ritz Carlton with the $100 credit. Additionally, if you're someone who, like I said, if you're traveling with your significant other or your family, the $100 flight credit, that can definitely add up if you're someone who uses it frequently. For me, someone who's traveling almost all the time solo, I didn't get as much value as I would like to out of it. But the last perk, and this might seem a little bit superficial, and I'll have Chris, if you could pan the camera down, it's a really, really heavy card, right? So you'll see when I drop it here on the table, it's like super loud. So it's almost twice the weight of the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So if you've ever felt those weighted plastic cards and it's half plastic, half metal, this is completely metal. This is a super heavy card. I know it sounds ridiculous, but when you hand it over to people, they're like, whoa, that's a heavy card. You must be a fancy person. But in reality, it's the exact same card as the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So with all that being said, if you found that video helpful, please give us a thumbs up down below. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And if you found this video helpful, I would highly recommend that you subscribe to this channel for more helpful videos into the future. Thanks so much and have an awesome day.